Today, we'll be making teriyaki chicken rice bowls that can save you money and help you beat inflation. This recipe makes about 6 servings, so let's get started. We're going to start by marinating our chicken thighs. I'm using 4 chicken thighs to prepare about 6 meals, but you can always scale this recipe to prepare more food. Measure out 2 cups of low sodium soy sauce. I recommend using Aloha Shoyu since it has a sweeter taste, but Kikkoman's low sodium soy sauce also tastes good. Now measure out 2 cups of brown sugar and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. We're also going to crush 2 cloves of garlic and add that to the marinade. Stir everything until the sugar and cornstarch are fully dissolved and mixed in. We'll go ahead and add our chicken to the marinade, making sure to submerge as much of the thighs as we can. If you are marinating your chicken overnight, it does help to flip the thighs halfway through. We'll go ahead and put our chicken into the refrigerator and let it marinate while we prep our other ingredients. For our steamed veggies, we have carrots, zucchini, broccoli, and a bell pepper. Alternatively, you can also use cabbage or cauliflower. We're going to slice our carrots into angled slices and cut our zucchini into half wedges. This cut just helps them better mix later when we steam them. For our bell peppers, we're just going to cut them into slices, and our broccoli this week is already cut. At a minimum, let the chicken marinate for 1 to 2 hours, but I personally like to marinate the chicken overnight. Once your chicken is marinated, it's time to cook. I'm using an induction cooktop with a cast iron skillet, but you can also grill these thighs. There is quite a bit of smoke that is created as the brown sugar burns off, so I highly recommend doing this in a well-ventilated kitchen area. On the highest setting possible, heat up the cast iron skillet before adding your chicken thighs. I found that using a lid to cover the chicken thighs also helps cook the thighs faster, especially if you're using an induction cooktop like I am. Once you have a nice caramelization on one side, go ahead and flip it over to the other side. Allow the chicken to cook until it reaches an internal temperature of at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Once you reach this temperature and you're happy with the caramelization, we can go ahead and set these thighs aside. And we'll just repeat this process for the other 3 chicken thighs. You can probably do 2 thighs at once and save time, but since I was cooking this indoors, I didn't want to generate too much smoke and risk setting off the alarm. This recipe and method also works great for teriyaki beef, but we'll save that for a later video. Let's quickly prepare our rice. Measure 4 cups of dry white rice, wash in water thoroughly, and cook for 11 minutes in our Instant Pot. If you haven't watched the video on how to make rice in an Instant Pot, the link is down below in the description. To steam our veggies, we're just going to use a pan and lid, steaming everything in 2 batches for about 4 to 7 minutes. Add some garlic and pepper for flavor, and then repeat for the other half. These veggies really help add color and balance to our teriyaki chicken rice bowl. Because we are meal prepping, I like to steam the veggies until they are softened but not fully steamed through. When we reheat these bowls later in the week, we don't want mushy zucchini or carrots. Now that everything is ready, we can cut our teriyaki chicken into slices. I try to cut the thighs into half-inch slices, but it really doesn't matter too much as long as the slices are small enough to eat without a knife. One benefit of allowing the chicken to marinate overnight is that the flavor of that marinade has time to really diffuse deep into the chicken in such a way that this recipe doesn't need a sauce or glaze post-cooking. All of the flavor is in the chicken, and the smells from the caramelization just add to this outcome. You can also use chicken breasts or chicken drumsticks, but I personally am so used to chicken thighs for teriyaki chicken that it's just my go-to. We'll go ahead and scoop our rice into 6 meal prep containers and divvy up the sliced chicken. If you want to weigh out the amount of chicken for each meal, you can, but at the end of the day, you're going to eat all of the meals, so it's rather trivial. We're going to now fill the other half of our containers with the steamed veggies we prepared. I like to make it so there's a nice balance of the carrots, zucchini, broccoli, and bell peppers for aesthetics, but like the chicken, at the end of the week, it's all going to be eaten, so weighing up proportions doesn't matter too much. If you end up with extra veggies, you can simply refrigerate it and reheat it later. These teriyaki chicken rice bowls are great for both lunch and dinner. They provide a nice balance of protein and veggies and aren't too filling. A breakdown of the total cost show that each bowl costs about $2 to make, which is a great price during this period of high inflation and the rising cost of eating out. Once they have cooled down, we can put a lid on them and refrigerate them for about a week. To reheat, simply microwave for about 3 minutes and enjoy. Let me know how it goes down in the comments below, as well as other foods you want to see in the future.